Stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go to the ground. It's a fumble on the play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Red pass hits complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Graves. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Breaks into the open. The 30. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
And as as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Back to pass. Going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's open. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Bulldogs are on the move. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to swing it on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Trying to do it on the ground. Look out, he's got room. time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, and I'd give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Touchdown, Dogs! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
Your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And he tags on the extra point. The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Washington.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back has it. Plows through the defense. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to throw again. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll run it on third and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They want to send an early message as they open this season, going for it on 4th and goal. The give. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
From the gun, running back on the move. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big time.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but He just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Stanford unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh and David Shaw were in charge. An A-plus performance from the Cardinal. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Might be changing the route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Direct snap. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the sneak for it. Scores on the sneak.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners going to give them some space. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that. Flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, and weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Huskies want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
I I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a
Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will give them the lead. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And he added the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the grab down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense playing a bail technique. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Darrisaw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Steps away to find some room. Finding open areas. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the red zone, looking for a space. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Complete on third down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Unloads quickly. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Look at this Bulldog offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. That's a fumble.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the 1st down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession because that could have been disastrous for the offense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Harvey toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They just keep firing. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Now on third down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. After the missed connection, it's third down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Third downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding third down and getting to the quarterback?
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll run the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Washington sends out the punt team. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt.